In the halls of power, we see only the monuments of success, the gleaming trophies and corner offices. We never see the quarries from which they were carved. But one young reporter was about to discover that the road to the summit isn't paved with gold, but with the bedrock of every misstep along the way. This young reporter, commissioned to uncover the secret, found himself in a sleek, modern executive office, sitting across a large mahogany desk from an older businessman who radiated the calm authority of a seasoned mountain. And so, he asked the question that hangs in the air of every ambitious heart. In a respectful, curious tone, the young reporter said, "Sir, what has been the secret of your success?" The old businessman leaned back in his leather throne, and with a twinkle in his eye, he didn't just answer. He unveiled in a calm, settled tone, with the city skyline sprawling behind him like a kingdom. He said, "2 words, son, 2 words. Right decisions." The young reporter scribbles dutifully in his notepad. He then looks up, his eyes sharpening, probing with a deepening question. "And how does one learn to make right decisions, sir?" The old businessman leaned back further, as if gazing into a vast library of memories. A slight, knowing smile touches his lips. He responds, "1 word, son, 1 word. Experience." Once again, the young reporter's pen scratches across the page. He pauses, a flicker of confusion crossing his face. The final, crucial question takes shape, the key that unlocks everything. The young reporter asks, "Well, sir, how does one acquire experience?" The businessman suddenly lurches forward, shattering the formal distance. He lowers his voice to a conspiratorial whisper, as if sharing a secret that could topple empires. He comes back with an earth-shattering whisper. "2 words, son. 2 words. Wrong decisions." The young reporter's eyes widen in a stunning, silent cognitive explosion. The pen in his hand freezes midair. It's not just an answer. It's a paradigm shift. And in that breathless silence, the elegant, devastating logic locks into place. A perfect, unbreakable loop of growth. Right decisions are the children of experience, and experience is the phoenix that rises only from the ashes of our wrong decisions. The only real failure was never the stumble. The only real failure is the refusal to learn why you fell. Your journey isn't defined by how many times you fall. It's defined by the wisdom you gather each time you choose to rise. Moral of the story. Success is not the absence of failure. It is its direct and valuable product. This story is a masterclass in the growth mindset, the understanding that ability is built, not born. Neuroscience confirms this. Our brains are physically wired to learn from errors through a mechanism called error-related negativity, which triggers a vital recalibration that forges true wisdom. Therefore, the only genuine failure is not making wrong decisions, but the cognitive surrender of failing to learn from them. Your journey is not defined by your falls, but by the indispensable wisdom each one grants you for the climb ahead.